Hi everyone, I am Coach Chelsea and this is Tough Love Tuesdays. I'm going to go ahead and apologize that if it gets a little bit loud, I'm by a city street, so traffic. Today I want to talk about friends, okay? And a lot of people could think that I'm going to go into a negative way with this, but I'm going to go in a positive direction and then give you some tips on how to increase your friendships towards the end. So, the other day, I was watching Save the Last Dance. And for all you 90s kids, yes, the Save the Last Dance from that time. And back then, I just thought it was like this love story. And then watching it as an adult is completely different than when you're a child. And so, there was something that I noticed. So the main character, male, is Derek. And he has a friend named Malik. Isn't it Malik? Malachi. And they grew up together, and in some way, Malachi saved Derek from having to go to jail. He went to jail for him. And so they were tight, they have a bond, whatever. Well, Malachi, as he gets older, gets deeper into gang violence and crime and shootings and things like that. And Derek is very talented, trying to get into a big school and just very ready to become a doctor. And so as they're getting older, they're starting to go different ways. And in life, this definitely happens. As you get older, you'll realize that your friends from high school aren't really your lifetime friends. Some of you guys are lucky and you guys have those. I found my lifetime friends in college and in that period of my life. Mainly, I have some friends from elementary school, but mainly from college to now. And what I'm trying to get to is at a point in Save the Last Dance was Derek had to make a choice between doing the right thing and going on like this gang shooting like drive-by with his friend. And his friend was like, I need you there. And here's the thing, is he had to make a hard choice. This friend has been there for him as he was growing up, but now he's not doing so well, and he had to make a choice of if he's going to follow that or not, and he made the choice to not, and thankfully he did, because Malachi ended up dying in this incident. And it made me think a little bit, because we are the average of the 5 closest people to us. And if Malachi was one of those 5 closest people to Derek, and he's doing those kinds of things, yes, he's getting pulled in that direction. And it's not something that intentionally happens, but it's patterns that you notice. I don't drink anymore, and so I'm noticing that I'm not as close with the people that I was strictly drinking with, my drinking buddies. And so it's just whatever you're going through in life can cause your friendships to drift away. It doesn't mean that you never have to talk to them again. It just means that you're drifting in a different direction. So if you're not at your highest peak performance level, maybe one of those 5 people you need to pluck out and then put somebody of a higher caliber into that spot to where you can raise yourself up. And a way that you can do this as an adult, because I know as when you're younger, you have these activities like sports and clubs and everything else that's going on in school. So it's kind of easier to get involved and to make friends when you're younger. But as an adult, it gets kind of harder because you're busy, you have your own life, you have work, you have kids, you have all of these things going on. And so as an adult, it can be harder to find friends. And the way that you can do this is to go ahead and pursue your specific interests. Pursue things that you enjoy and hobbies that you enjoy, and you'll find people that enjoy those things and that can become your close friends. For example, I'm into health and fitness now. I used to not be, so my friends have shifted. But now that I'm in health and fitness and I love it, I find more health and fitness like friends, and they're more willing to go on a run than they are to want to go to a bar. And yes, we all still want to drink and everything, but like it's not substance-driven friendship, which I really had to realize in my life. And a lot of people really need to realize that some friends are only there because the substances are around, and that's not a friendship. So when you find someone who shares an interest with you, like let's say that you randomly like to crochet. If you go and find a crocheting group and you're meet once a week and you all sit in a circle and you crochet. I don't know if this happens, but if you sit in a circle and you crochet and you just share life stories and you have a good time, like those are friends. Those are people that you're meeting with. And when it comes to friends now, we live in a very digital era that you have to make sure that you're not specifically only having your friends online. It's very important that you meet people face to face and you have that connection, because you're not going to be able to go deeper unless you can have that face to face conversation. It'd be easier if everyone was still open to talking on a telephone, but we're slowly going away from that, and text and Facebook messaging just don't have the same kind of feel behind an actual conversation. So you actually have to meet up with these people, join clubs, join groups on Facebook, shared interests. I know that I probably wouldn't fit into a group that was musically inclined. I've tried that in my past and it didn't work out so well. So I wouldn't join a group like that. But if you love music and that's your passion, join a music club or something and pursue that and make friends that way. They're going to be deeper connections because you guys have a shared interest. And so what I want you to take away from this is that your friends are going to change throughout your life. You're going to have different goals and you're going to go in separate directions. Just like after high school, when you graduate, you all go to different schools. In life, different things happen, different things come up, and different life events occur that sometimes friendships split, sometimes friendships end, and they end badly, and they end in fights and arguments, and that's very sad, because for that portion of your life you spent with that person, it was important. But if you can come and reconcile that relationship, it's wonderful, because you did play such an important part in that person's life, and you technically don't have to cut each other off. You just understand that you're an adult and you have other priorities that you have to work with and prioritize. So I hope this inspired someone to, if you're not at your highest peak performance, to pluck a person out of your 5, and it's not hard. Just stop, being there and saying yes to everything that they want to do if you know that it's not good for you or moving you forward. And if it's not making you be your best self, or that person that you're around isn't helping you be your best self, then they're not a very good friend. And there's more people out there. There's 7 billion people in the world. Go find some that'll make you be your best self. All right? Bye, everyone.